Good morning, EM3 Strength and Conditioning on a Wednesday. With your boy Lo here, making my way to work on our little morning chit chat. And today I want to talk about something super specific. Not very specific. I guess it's specific. But it's the every time I talk to someone who's looking to lose weight, tone up, lose the belly, you lose the flab behind their arms, legs, whatever it is. Try to dig into what it is that they've done, what their background is, what they do for work. What you do for work is very important because what you do for work is what tells you how much time you have to put into this. And by this, I mean your fitness, your health, and all that stuff. So check it out. After we go through the, what do you do for work and all that stuff, the next thing I usually ask is like, okay, well, tell me about your personal fitness journey. And it usually goes something like this. Well, so in high school, I played whatever sport, so I was in shape. And then I went to college, I didn't really play. And I was able to keep my weight off there, advance a couple years, and family, kids, work, just life gets in the way, usually is the answer. Cool. Next is, what did you try? When you saw that you were gaining weight or whatever it is, what did you try? Well, I tried dieting. Well, what do you mean you tried dieting? Well, I try to eat less calories. I try to watch what I eat. Well, what kind of stuff did you eat? Well, I ate like mostly salads, but that got boring. So I stopped eating that. Okay. Well, what else? What else did you do? Try anything else? Well, yeah. So then, I kind of stopped the dieting. It was really hard. So I decided to, start exercising. Oh, okay. What did you do? Did you get a gym membership or something like that? Well, I started walking, and I really started seeing results. I started losing weight, and then it stopped. So, I kind of gave up on that. Okay. So did you just, did you try anything else after that? Well, yeah. Then I got the nerve enough to get a gym membership. Started going to the gym. And what'd you do at the gym while you were there? Well, I got on the treadmill and I would do the elliptical. And I don't know, just kind of did that. Okay. Did you try the machines? Oh, no. I looked at the machines and I didn't, a little intimidating, so on and so forth. Okay. So then what happened? Well, I still have my gym membership for the past 10 years. I've only gone once, but I'm still paying for it. Like, okay, that sounds like a good financial decision. What else? Well, after I stopped going to the gym, my knee or my hip or something, so on and so forth. Okay, I know that was a little drawn out, but I wanted you to get the point. So, I start asking this question. Did you try doing this all at the same time? Okay, then that's when you get that blank face. Like, the hell are you talking about? Well, did you try eating right and going to the gym and going for your walks and taking your supplementation? All right, that's when they look at you like, well, what do you mean? Well, the problem is that you can't try one thing only and expect to see the result you want is all encompassing. So just dieting isn't going to get you what you want. Just lifting weights and weight training isn't going to get you what. Just walking, just running isn't going to get you what you want. What you need is everything, the whole pot. So I'm going to use an example. DJing, right? I like to DJ on the side a little bit. So that's like me saying, I don't know if I want to DJ or not. Why not, Lo? I was like, well, I turned on my controller, or if you're a vinyl guy, I turned on my turntables and my mixer, and I don't know, man. It did, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's doing anything. Try putting a record on, and 2 records on and mixing them together or something. No, never thought of that. Okay. All right. Well, that makes no sense, right? That makes no sense. So what sense does it make to just eat right? Hello, puppy dog. Just to eat right and not do anything else. Just to exercise and not do anything else. Just take supplements and not do anything else. Or just take your peptides or your GLP-1s and not do anything else. All right. Now, the reason I touch upon this subject is because I'm not into the GLP shit, and I'll tell you why. Because it works. No matter what, it works. It works. If you take your GLP meds, you will lose weight. End of story. You will lose weight. End of story. So what's the problem, love? What's the problem? Well, as I always say, the issue is that because it works so well, no, I'm not going to say because it works so well, because it does the job it's supposed to do, most people, and I will say most people, because you know what I mean, most people want the easy way out. Most people will take their meds and say, woo, look at me, I'm losing weight, and then that's it. And yeah, they're losing weight, but they feel like shit, they look like shit, but they're losing weight. If you're gonna be on things like that, by things like that, I mean anything. If you're gonna take whatever supplements you take, whether if it's, weight loss or not, if you're into taking lots of protein, if you're into taking weight gainers, there are weight gainers. Can you imagine that? There are weight gainers you can take. If you're into that, that's fine. That's fine. But you have to make sure that you're doing it correctly. All right? You want to make sure that you're doing it correctly. And that's the part that I have an issue with, because it becomes so easy. It becomes so easy that most folks or some folks will say, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to, take my meds and lose my weight, and I'm going to look good and feel good. They think they're going to, all of a sudden they're going to be all toned up and stuff. Fine. I mean, let them think that, but they're going to find out that it's not a singular, answer to your problem. It takes a group. It takes a village of things in order for you to, hold on, I'm plugging this thing in before I electrocute myself. To be successful, to lose that weight, to put that muscle on. Because when you lose weight, you don't just want to lose weight. You want to put on muscle. You want to look good, right? Well, if you just lose weight, you're not going to look good. You're just going to look like you lost a lot of weight and probably, a little sickly if you really think about it. All right? So, the lesson of the day today is this. You can't just go to the gym. You can't just go on walks. You can't just go on runs. You can't just take supplements. You can't just take your GLP stuff. You can't just no. It has to be in conjunction with. All right, you on your GLPs? Conjunction with a good diet, with weight training specifically, not just exercise, not the treadmill, weight training. All right, because yes, you're losing that weight on GLPs, but you're losing weight meaning everything. You're losing weight. So you need to be able to keep that bone density, keep that muscle mass in order to keep your body doing what it needs to do in order to keep you healthy and strong. All right? Whatever it is that you're taking, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're not taking anything, if you're like going for your morning walk or your morning run, get some of that weight training in. I see a lot of people speed walking by, jogging by, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? They look exactly the same. Exactly the same. Why? Because that's the only thing they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm not assuming I can see the results that they're getting. You know what I'm saying? So, in conjunction with whatever it is that you're doing right now to get stronger, leaner, so on and so forth, make sure that the other parts are there too. All right? If you're training, diet, recovery, and again, if you're into like supplementation and stuff, make sure your supplementation is on point. All right? If you're just walking or running or just biking, get off it, not completely. Get in that gym, start lifting weights, start building muscles, start increasing bone density. All right? Whichever part you're doing, if you're just eating right, start walking, running, getting to the gym. Put it all together. That's how you're going to reach your result. That is how you're going to reach your result. Not by meandering around a salad. Which, by the way, salads are great. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that that's all you have to eat. A lot of people have that conception like, oh, I gotta eat all these fucking salads and stuff. That's not how it works. All right? So there it is. If you want to lose weight, if you want to be better, healthier, fitter, a more productive member of society, you got to put it all together. All of it. Not one thing at a time. Don't try just dieting or eating right or just training or just running or just taking supplements. No. And my last piece of advice, don't wait to get your mind right. Your mind ain't right. You're human. Your mind is not right. It will never be right. The only thing that is right is now. The time is now. The right time is now. Don't wait for this to say, okay, I'm ready, because your brain is there to tell you that you are not, knowing damn well that it is and that it's capable of doing what you want it to do. All right, there it is. EM3, strength and conditioning, low dog. Nobody calls me that. Low here. Again, hey, let's take a little quick tour of EM3, strength and conditioning. It's a small little space. Big ambitions up in here. All right. If you have any issues putting it together, getting it together, figuring out what it is that you need to do in order to get there, in order to reach your goal, there's a link right there. Free session. Or you can come in, we can just chit chat and talk about it. All right, we can do a consult, doesn't matter. All right, in fact, I'll put that link there too, which is kind of the same, except /call. All right, the link /call instead of /WOD. And yeah, we'll help you out, man. It really is. It's really not that hard if you just start to chip away, as opposed to, jumping into the cold pool without knowing the water's at 75 degrees. Wink, wink, 75. That was a terrible link, by the way. So yeah, there it is. Everything has to be working together in order for you to reach your goals. Hit that link down there, and let's set you up with a free consult or a free session so you can see what we're about here. All right? AM3, strength and conditioning, right here in the north of the Hamptons in Pennsylvania.